Powered by Riverside FM.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Ron, and you're watching or listening to the Ron Show Knicks Take. So, it's been a long time, but I'm not going to tell you why because I want to get straight to the point. Today, of course, I'm going to be talking about the Knicks, how we've been doing from start to now. So, of course, if you're watching the Knicks, you're not really surprised because of how we're doing and how we're playing. Which gets me really, really concerned. And as we are doing in the season of what we're doing and how we're doing it, I'm not so proud of how we're going in terms of the season. But that's just the way this team is. Is there going to be any change? Might never know. But yeah. And if you guys are asking if you see this background of the Knicks, it's because I don't want you guys to see what my room looks like here in Westchester. So if you previous heard from the last episode of Knicks Take, that's what it is. But if you can, and I didn't add it, this is what it looks like. It looks sloppy, it looks messy, it looks just like a 1970s vibe, which I'm pretty fine, but we're not living in 1970 where the Knicks actually won a championship. We're actually living in today where it's kind of like, okay, well, not so good. What are you going to do about it? And we kind of suck. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's like you want this team to be so good, but yet again we're suffering. Now, another thing I want to clarify is that ever since the games have started and we started to progress from preseason to the regular season, getting 2 wins and 0 losses, 2 wins and 1, 3 and then 2, and then everything just started fucking up. Then after that, right after October started to officially end on the 31st, I went up to one of my favorite shows, and it's called, of course, if you guys watch this, it's called Knicks TV. And I pretty much used to watch it and also used to call in every single time. Now, what I'm about to tell you is 100% true. Again, if you also witnessed it and you also, are on Nick's Twitter, you probably already know about this. You already know about my voice, which probably irritates you to listen to my voice and get a huge perspective out of me. But I'll tell you a reason why in a sec. I call my boy up, CP, awesome dude. He's been doing this for like 6, 7 years, 5, 6. So I call him up. I tell him every single thing about how the season looks. So far, the schedule is looking amazing, but we suck yet again. You know why? Because we're so stubborn. And I'm not talking about fan base wise, I'm talking about the decision wise. So it's not that I was wrong and the rest of Twitter who are like, we need to fix this. We got to do it right now. This guy's not right. They're like, I don't give a shit. You know what I do give a shit? Is that we focus on the problem. I didn't know what I said. So I start calling up and I'm like, we're going to have an awesome this. The schedule looks good. Fast forward to that. Then I mentioned 2 people that I admire that go up and say the straight up facts. I'm not going to mention their names because I mentioned them too much, but I highly admire them. And I kind of went a little bit off. Did it hurt me that I got numerous of stupid. Like, I'm not gonna even say stupid, but it was like ridiculous comments that was like, wow, that kind of hurt my feelings. Oh my god. And then it was like, wait, why should I, like, because like I was really getting, you know, known on Twitter that's saying, "Oh, look at this caller. He was like this and this and that. He's right. He's wrong. He's this. He's that. Blah blah blah. This is what the Knicks fan base doesn't know. This is what do you want from me? I'm also a New Yorker, but what do you want me to do? You want to call me a Knicks City dancer? I'm a Knicks City dancer. Whatever. Fuck it. I just say whenever the Knicks are good, the Knicks are good. When they suck, they actually suck. What do you want from me? Remember those times during season 1 of the Yaron show when I used to talk about Maccabi? Maccabi Tel Aviv. The same team that lost right after 2014 of winning the finals in the EuroLeague. What did I do? I started ranting about them because they sucked. They went from being in the EuroLeague to the Euro Cup. Do you know what's the Euro Cup like? That's like saying UEFA Europa League to go to the champions. Or from the NBA to the NBA G League. So it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, well, you do have like, because listen, I don't have a point. Maybe I do have a point, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. But what I do know is that in this time, when you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is what's dawning in my head. What do I do about it? We suck as a team, right? The Knicks suck. What the fuck do we do about it? Now, a lot of Knicks fans who think that some of the players who are on the roster should be out, should be in, this and that. I'm just a fan that is like, let's go team, yeah, wow. It's just, it's what's in my head. If you guys been in this show, been watching with me in this show since day one, I have learning disabilities and I have cerebral palsy, but I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half of the time when the Knicks are losing and winning. Meanwhile, I got, my older brother. He's like, he's watching Liverpool. Next thing you know, they're winning. They're winning from Premier to Champions. Again, no names will be mentioned, but it really gets me pissed that it's like you see such good team that is building such creativity on one hand, and then you see a team that is kind of like, Julius, Brunson, Fournier on the, like, and then you put in what's his name? Josh, Josh, Hender. I can't even say his name. I gotta practice it. And for those of you who are watching who know me on Twitter, let me tell you this. I don't care that whatever you say about me not knowing what one person's name on the team is, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, he doesn't even know number 55 and how to pronounce his name. He only knows his first name. I don't really give a shit. Not that I don't give a shit, but it matters about how you develop this team. I have a little experience, but for EuroLeague perspective, because you know why? Maccabi sucked. They really did. Do you know why I'm not watching their games from now? Because they're going to go back from square one and then they're going to go back from square zero. So by the time that they go up and reach their bar level through 1 to a 10, they're going to go back from being a 10 to a 2. And let me tell you something. That's also with the Knicks. We're so stubborn, you know, that half of us don't even know what we're talking about. Keep Tibbs, fire Leon, don't fire Leon, this, that. Remember that time where I talked about Stephon Marbury and how he was ranting about the Knicks and World Wide West? It's like now we look back at it and it's like, well, what do we do now? You know, I mean, we've won some games. Don't get me wrong, but that doesn't change the narrative. That doesn't change the perspective in what we see as a team. It really doesn't. You know, like what changes the fact that when we look at the Knicks and we're like, well, the Knicks are doing good, but we're still shitty on one hand, and then we're not shitty the other hand. Like what makes a difference? Today we're going up against the Utah Jazz. What do you expect? What do you really expect? That what happens with this team stays within the direction that we're going in. It just frustrates me. Because on Sunday, we versed the Oklahoma City Thunder yet again. We trailed by a dozen. It was humiliating. And the stats says it. We didn't do such a good job. We did even more shitty than we should be doing. I mean, come on. Really? Really? I mean, if I showed you something that, you know, mind blowing, that this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys already see it, but I'll pull it up through Chrome because I believe that this works. Again, this is my first time using it, but the fact that we are trailing, kind of like this scares me, and it really does because, I don't think I'm showing you guys this, but let me pull this up on Chrome. Hold on a sec. But yeah, it really does scare me because most of the times we're not doing as well as we're supposed to be doing on one side of the court, but on the other hand, we're doing well, right? Yeah, sure. And then we get nowhere. We get absolutely nowhere. The stats show it that we're a shitty team, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here's what I'm talking about. You know? This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at all of this. Look. You're literally talking about a team that can actually play, and this is what we're doing. This is what we're talking about. Come on. Can't even scroll. What the fuck? It's like, what happened to us over the last couple of days? Yet again, look at what we witnessed. Look at where we're sitting. Can I show you where we're sitting? I don't know why it's not letting me go down, but we're sitting like all the way down here somewhere, and I can't even scroll down. There we go. You see, we're sitting in fucking 10th place, and the season has just started. Look at what we did. Look at where we fucked up. Look at this shit. Look. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but yeah. But do you see what I'm talking about? Do you absolutely see what I'm talking about? Because I know what I'm seeing, and I'm not proud of it. You know? It doesn't occur to me of what the hell we're doing as a team. Yet again, we're really stubborn, and this is unacceptable. It really is. Um, you know what I mean? And by the way, if you're watching this, I'm not going to edit this whole entire thing of me going on safari and doing. Listen, I'm doing this through Riverside, so Riverside is pretty new to me. I've been using it for a couple of months, even before the move and all that stuff. But imagine that you don't see a team rebuilding itself and saying, you know what, you're on. There's something fucked up in this team. Yeah. Okay. And now what do we do? What do we do now? Especially tonight. What goes on tonight goes down, goes down. And if I post this right after the game and we already lost, forget about it. Forget about it. Like, I admit what I said on Knicks Fan TV with CP, the franchise. I admit I was wrong. I was wrong. Everyone is tweeting this unknown caller, this fan base, this. You're a fan too. What are you? I mean, what are you? Do you own the Knicks? Do you own the Knicks? If you take your devotion to this team and you're telling me this fan base, of course, because you think I'm such a Knicks City dancer, pulling my pom poms and all that shit. I'm not happy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the times. You know how many times I said that? Maybe 10 times. Do you know how pissed this makes me angry? Every night. Knicks Twitter. Knicks Twitter. We're pulling up Knicks Twitter. Yet again. Knicks Twitter. Here, I go on Knicks Twitter right now. Let's see what goes on. Knicks Twitter, we've got, okay, the games of the night, games of this week, how we have a long ass schedule to go to the West. Great. Got some predictions. We got those. Yeah. I mean, really. Like, sometimes when I think about this team, I'm like, I don't know what to expect. Like, and I'm like, I'm lost. Absolutely lost. Because you know why? Half of the times, I don't even think about what the fuck I'm saying. Yet again, I'm saying that we have to do better as a team going forward. What happens? We go down because of the positions that we don't put these guys in. And half of these guys cannot even pass a single ball to another player. Yet again, when Julius has the ball, he has to make a three. But whenever RJ wants it, he does absolutely nothing. And is it my fault for actually saying it? No. Kinda, but no. So whose fault is it? It's the team and the front or the coaching office. If you had a prediction and you asked me, your own, who do you think is gonna leave the Knicks by the end of this year, of this season? You know what would be my answer? First of all, I think Fournier possibly gonna leave because they don't know what to do with him. Listen, that's my first choice. Now, here's another thing. Finish up his contract, he's out. But another thing is, and I said this during the off season, while I put this show on hold because of the move, I said this clear and I'll say it again. I genuinely think that if Julius does not appear and show his, you know, drive to be a good player, it's up to the front office. But then I think to myself, well, what do I know about the front office? Because next thing you know, it's going to be like, yeah, like this is what I predict that Leon is going to tell us. Well, we have a good team, and the uh, like, don't worry, we've got this. Tips knows what he's doing, and got this. Now, in my mind, the way I think about it is that I'm like this: jaw dropping, me saying, wow, that was so inspirational. Oh my god. Next thing you know, I go up onto a YouTube show that I really admire, and then I say, "Oh yeah, everything's gonna be good." It's just that these guys are like, "Yeah," and the next thing you know, a couple of weeks later or a couple of days later, I get a couple of comments saying, "Nah, this fan base, this fan, he's a caller, and this." First of all, I have a name here. Can you put my name on inside of your whole Knicks Twitter-ish? Can you please at me? Why? Are you afraid to hurt my feelings? Come on. I have a YouTube show. Why? Are you afraid that if you're gonna hurt my feelings? Yeah, I've got enough of hurtful feelings that some of the comments that I saw on Twitter but they were actually true, and they were true statement comments. Not because they're right, but because they have a point. I'm not saying that, oh, that's what they think in their opinion. No, because first of all, I know it's a fact that they're kind of right. Again, they have more experience than I do. When was the last time I saw the Knicks when I was a kid? Exactly when I went to the New York Knicks versus the Maccabi Tel Aviv. Still have the book till this day. We suck, but we're so good. I didn't know that the Knicks sucked at the time when David Lee and all those guys. But at least it was a little bit talented at the time, you know. Not that I'm saying I don't know who's David Lee, who's Jamal Grant. Like I was fucking 8 years old. I didn't know who the Knicks were back then. I just said I like their logo, so I want to go to their games. Next thing you know, here I am. God knows how many years later, and yeah, and I'm sick. Your boy's sick and tired of seeing this team lose. And yet again, right after I say something on one end, the other end has to be like, oh, did you see that guy? Oh, yeah, this is the fan base we were talking about. Yeah. Great. Good job. Yay. Goody. Keep on going. You want to write some more comments? Please do. I'm not offended by it. I'm truly not. You know why? Because the last time that I thought about it and it dawned to me that what the fuck was I just saying? That's how I felt. And now that I think about it, it's like moving forward. If we're going to get the L tonight, what's the whole point? We know that what's going to happen with Tibbs. It's going to happen. So here's my prediction. He's not going to be fired by the end of this year, but what I could tell you is that he's got to retire as a coach. And I'm not saying this because I've seen other teams do it, but he's got to take a break. He's really got to take a break. If I'm Tibbs and I see that something is not right, let's say if I'm Leon or Scott Perry, and I tell one of those guys, Leon, we got to get rid of him because he's not doing A, B, and C. And then if Leon tells me, oh what do we do? Let him go. Let him go. Listen, this year will be his last year. I'll tell him how much we were thankful to him as a coach, and that's it. But he's just got to take a break. You know what I mean? Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he should stay. But yet again, what do I know? What do I know? Exactly. I don't know Jack. It's just that it hurts me to see this team struggle. Like really. Year after year after years. And then what? Then what? What do you want me to say? If I told you how many wins we're gonna win at this West Coast trip, I'd probably say 3 out of the 2. So here's what I would tell you. Here's what I would tell you guys. So you see what I'm pulling up, right? If I had to predict tonight's win, it says it right over here on 365 scores. Who do you think will win? What I think tonight probably be the Knicks. Now, maybe I'm wrong because look at the Utah Jazz. They're 10-5. So of course, I'm going with the Knicks. But if you ask me, the Utah Jazz have a good chance of winning. It says over here. It says it right over here, right? You know what I mean? Like over here. Oh man, I just lost this. Where's the line? There we go. Look at this. 11 wins for the Utah Jazz and 4 wins for the Knicks. What makes that so much exciting to watch? Yet again, let's talk about the Denver Nuggets. Same thing. We go to them tomorrow. What do you expect from them? I'm going to have to say that we're probably going to reach to a point of overtime. Possibly. I'm going to say a win by us. I'm fully going to the Knicks. Yes, we're 6-7. But what do you think? Just like I said with Utah, we're probably going to have a chance to beat the Utah Jazz as well as Denver. Go to Golden State, we're going to lose that game for sure. Of course, they're going to be the ones to win it. No chance about it. No chance about it. You kind of see what's on the bottom. Maybe not, maybe yes. But yeah. Ten wins, 4 losses. Sorry. 10 wins for the Golden State Warriors, 4 wins for the Knicks. But this is going to be a huge win. Out of my prediction for Golden State, I think this is going to be a huge win for them. But I'll be damn surprised that if the Knicks do the same thing as what we did with them last year. Remember that time where who was it? I think it was who was it? I think it was what's his name? RJ Barrett. What RJ Barrett did is the same thing. He played ball, took it to overtime, we won. No Steph Curry, Clay was out, Draymond was terrible. Jordan was killing it. Went to overtime, we slapped their asses, and that's it. And then we go to Phoenix. If you ask me, the same thing as Golden State. Overtime. But it's going to be one hell of a fight. If it ends up being like last year with a buzzer beater, I swear to God. I swear to God. Now, they're 8 wins and 5 losses. So, what do you want me to say? What? What do you want me to say, guys? Just what? That it's gonna be okay? No. I don't think it's gonna be okay because we're probably gonna lose 2 games out of the one. I don't know. If you guys are watching this and I post this on Twitter and you're like, who the fuck does he know what he's talking about? Let me give you a brief message. I don't know like you, the watcher who criticized me on Knicks Twitter knows. I have pom-poms that says, let's go Knicks! NYK! YK! I forgot the N. So NYK! Whoa! You want to keep on writing down? You really want to play this game? I don't want to pull the video up of how I talked back then, but if you really want to watch it, put it down below. Be my guest. Maybe I'm not going to put it because I'm going to be a huge pussy. But that's how I see it. Now, did I say anything bad about anyone? No. But they're all telling us the huge facts. And to me, it's like, what the hell is going on? You have numerous of fan bases that it's like, it's almost like talking about politics. You're talking about one side of the corner, but then you're like, no, he sucks. No, she sucks. And no, he's the worst player. Why do we have to play with this guy? Put him on the bench. Put her on the bench. Da, 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 da. Come on. If you want this guy out, be my guest. If you want Julius out, go ahead. Send Julius out. You want Fournier out? Let's get Fournier out. What are we going to get back? What are we going to get back from the 29 teams? In the National Basketball Association, what are we going to get back? Exactly. We're going to get a player like Michael Scott. That's what I can tell you. There is no way that we're going to probably get someone who's going to be like, you know what? This is who we need. We're going to give you a good player. He's not the best, but let's hope he'll be good on your team. That's it. Who's going to give us, out of the 29 teams, who's going to give it to us? What, you think that Kyrie is going to come to New York? No. Don't even step foot into the Garden. I don't want to see his face after what he did 5 years ago. 4 years ago. Or maybe 3. Depending when it was. Because Kevin Durant did the same thing. So it doesn't shock me that it's like, you know what? They should come here. I don't want both of those guys to come here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying out of a statement that I should, I think that they should go find somewhere else to play. Out of my opinion, the end of this season, Kevin Durant, Kyrie go bye-bye. No more Brooklyn. Maybe like a D'Angelo, or maybe like a, a Gordon Hayward or something like that. Maybe like, there's no way that they're getting back Kyrie or Kevin Durant. If they want to resign with the team, they're still going to be the same team as they were last year. Yeah, right now they just fired what's his name? Um, um, what's his name? Come on, Steve Nash. They fired Steve Nash because he wasn't good. He lost 1 out of the 5 games at the end of the season. 1 out of the 5 games. And us Knicks fans, we laughed at them because they deserved it. So now they know how to feel when we go down into this huge shithole. It's a very sad day. If this turns out to be a win tonight, I'll be damn shocked. And I'm talking about tonight. Like less than 5 hours. 5, 6, 7. I didn't do math in school. I didn't do well at school. Didn't go to college. None of that shit. So I don't know. I don't know how many years. What I could tell you is that this is pressure. But it's good pressure. Because then you know what? Slowly, we start to make good decisions. But if it's bad decisions with a good schedule, this is not good. This is not good. Because then we go into the draft, and then we're all like, we're going to get the first pick. Then fuck, we get back 9th or 8th pick. Because then the Lakers go out to play 2 out of the 7 games. And then they go winning 2 wins and 7 losses, so they deserve first pick. And what about us? You guys are good. You're actually New York, so you guys are 8th, 9th. Yeah, all right. I want my first pick. Give me a first. I don't care if it's a first or a second. Give me one of the two. At least when we got RJ Barrett, we got a decent pick. Because you know what? He actually played with a guy that was really, really good. We said that we were getting Zion, and yet again we got RJ. Now look at us years later. We got Brunson. We got his dad. If you ask me, this is a good sign. And you know what? I'll go 10 times as further. If this pisses you off, exit out. I want you to exit out. Because what I'm about to say here is bombarding. But it's in a good way. Rick Brunson, head coach. End of this year, head coach. Rick, you got the job. Here you go. If I'm the front office, that's what I do. I say, I'm sorry, Tibbs. You gotta go. Have a nice life. Go maybe do some ESPN. If you really want to help us, we'll put you with us at the back seat. But just don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. We leave it to Brunson. Brunson does what Brunson wants. Don't touch him. Don't even tell him what to do on the court. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. So if you ask me about tonight, 3 out of the 2. And what I just said right now, and I showed you the screen about how many wins, and that doesn't count. I say 2. I say 3 to 2. 3 wins, 2 losses in the West Coast. What I just showed you on my screen doesn't count. That was BS. Now, I'm telling you, 3-2. So, here's the thing. I'll leave you off with a quote. And this is the quote. Let's kick ass. Because we don't back down. As a fan base and as a team, we don't back down. So, if you're that type of person that wants to back down, back down. But let's fight the same way that Arsenal fought. Because look at where they're sitting right now. They're sitting in top of the league. So let's make it the same thing as what Arsenal did. And they're still doing it now. So let's kick some ass and let's try to get back up there. Because this is unexcusable. Anyways, guys, that's about it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, ring the notification. Also, if you don't want to watch some of the other shows, like the Game Changer and all that stuff, also what you could do is just click on the playlist and just ring that notification. And you'll be getting weekly videos. I want to start putting on the clips, but it takes me a long time because I don't have a crew and all that stuff. So, anyways, guys, like, subscribe, comment, ring that notification bell if you want both of them. If you want one, just go on the playlist and do what you gotta do. But anyways, guys, that's about it. And yeah, peace.
Powered by Riverside FM.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Ron. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and also make sure to check out some of my other videos. Anyways, guys, peace.